Year 2. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of June and we are going to be doing some more work on volume today, measuring in litres. You're going to need yesterday's work if you want to do a bit of marking, some blank paper for today's work, a pencil and a partner. I'm actually not going to go through all the answers of this video because I think it's going to be a little bit long, but you can pause the video here and mark your work from yesterday. Now, so far this week we've been measuring volume in non-standard units. We've been using things like cups, lunch boxes, mugs, whatever you have at home, what I have in the kitchen, and we've been making sure to use the same sized cups or the same sized lunch boxes so that we can compare. However, your cups are probably different size to my cups. Your lunch boxes or bowls or mugs or bottles could have been different sizes. Cups mean different sizes to different people. Boxes mean different sizes to different people. They're not standard. They're not the same everywhere. So today we're going to start using a standard unit, something that is the same everywhere you go in the world. Just like we started measuring length using things like cubes, but now we use centimetres and metres because they are the same everywhere in the world. The unit we're going to be using today are litres. You'll find litres written on lots of different things, particularly around your kitchen. There are a few different ways to write it. We can write 1L and it's a small L for litre, 1L and it's a capital L, or we can write the word 1 litre. When you're writing it, I'd like you to write it with a small L, like the first examples. 1L for 1 litre. Lots of the things we buy come in 1 litre volumes. So things like juices, things like some waters or some milks come in 1 litres. Now, I'm sure we all remember that the volume of liquid inside a container isn't always the same as the capacity of the container, which is a fancy way of saying sometimes a container isn't full. So this milk says that the capacity is 1 litre. So when I bought this, there was 1 litre of milk inside. Now, I haven't used any of it yet, so there should still be 1 litre of milk inside. But the best way to check, the most precise, exact, detailed, scientific way to check is to measure using a measuring tool. We've been using non-standard units so far, lunch boxes and cups, but your lunchbox might have been a different size to my lunchbox. Your cups might have been different sizes to my cups and glasses. So the best way is to use a standard measure, a unit that is the same everywhere. So we're going to use a measuring jug. Today, the unit we're focusing on is litres. 1 litre is going to be our main unit. So on my measuring jug, I've marked 1 litre in red and I've added on little signs just so you can definitely see it on the jug in the video. And we're going to check, do I still have a volume of 1 litre of milk in this container? So take the lid off and I'm going to carefully pour it into the measuring jug. There we go. And you can see the line is coming higher and higher. Oh, it is getting close to the 1 litre line. Look at that. It is exactly 1 litre. The milk, the line of milk, comes all the way up to the red line that marks 1 litre. So the volume of milk is 1 litre, which is the same as the capacity of the carton, 1 litre. Excellent. Now, the capacity of this container is also 1 litre, but I can't remember if I've drank any of this carton of apple juice or not yet. So I'm not sure what the volume is inside. Is it still 1 litre? Or have I drank some? Is it less than 1 litre? Has someone sneaky come along and added in more apple juice? And is it more than 1 litre? We'll have to use the measuring jug to check. So, measuring jug down, and let's start measuring. Oh, it's getting finished. There we go. So that is all of the apple juice poured in, and there is definitely less than 1 litre of apple juice. The line of apple juice only comes up to here, but the line for 1 litre is all the way up here. There's a big gap between the apple juice line and the 1 litre line. So this is less than 1 litre. So this time I've got a jug of coffee, and I want to know if I've got more than 1 litre of coffee or less than 1 litre of coffee. So out comes the measuring jug again, and I am going to carefully pour in the coffee. Let's see. And we're getting close to 1 litre. Very close. Oh wow, I'm going to have to stop. We definitely have more than 1 litre. The line of coffee has gone up higher than the red 1 litre line. It's gone higher than the 1 litre signs, and there is still some coffee left in this jug. So there is more than 1 litre of coffee. So we're going to have a look at some pictures now of some jugs and see if we can figure out if they are more than 1 litre, less than 1 litre, or if they are in fact 1 litre. So let's start with the coffee. So I can see, if I get up my little red dot, I can see that the coffee line comes up to here. There are lots of other numbers here, but I don't need to worry about those right now. All we're using today are litres. So, is this at the 1 litre line? No. Is it lower than the litre line or higher than the 1 litre line? It's lower. The coffee has not reached all the way up to 1 litre yet, so it is less than 1 litre. Let's move on to the juice. So let's see, here's our 1 litre line. Get my red dot. Here's our 1 litre line, and here's our juice line. So what do we think? Is this more than 1 litre or less than 1 litre? Well, the juice line is higher than the 1 litre line, so this must be more than 1 litre. And finally, we'll move on to the milk. Here's our 1 litre line, and oh, it's a bit tricky. I can't quite see the milk line. Well, I can see over here, it's the same. I've realised the milk line is at exactly the same place as the 1 litre line. That means that we have 1 litre of milk. Get rid of my dot. There we go, 1 litre of milk. Here we've got some pictures of jugs, but there are different types of jugs. Even some of the ones that are the same shape have different markings. They have a different scale. So we need to make sure we are reading what's written very carefully. We will start off with this pink jug over on the left with the pink liquid. We want to know, is it more than 1 litre, less than 1 litre, or equal to 1 litre? So I can see that 1 litre is up the top. 1 litre marking is up the top of this container. And the pink liquid goes, no, it doesn't go all the way up to the 1 litre line. So that must mean that this is less than 1 litre. Less than 1 litre. Let's have a look at the second measuring jug now. So I can see that, it says 2L up the top. Now they're using a capital L for litre. So the capacity of this jug, the most it can hold, is 2 litres. Around the middle of the jug I can see 1 litre, and I'm trying to figure out, is the water more than 1 litre or less than 1 litre? Well, the water line hasn't reached the 1 litre line, so I think this is less than 1 litre. So both of these first two jugs show less than 1 litre, but they look quite different. Let's move on to the yellow juice. Now, I can see, a bit like that first one, and a bit like the jug I was using in my videos, the top measurement here is 1 litre. So the capacity of this jug is just over 1 litre. And if I look at the line where the juice stops, the juice has gone over the 1 litre line, so there must be more than 1 litre. And finally, this last jug. We've seen this jug already. The second one. They look similar, but look, the markings are different. The top marking on this jug, the capacity of this jug, is 4 litres. We need to figure out if it's more or less than 1 litre. So look carefully on the jug, and can you see where it says 1L for 1 litre? The water line has gone over that 1L mark. So that must mean that there is more than 1 litre. Again, the yellow jug and the last jug, they look quite different, but they both show more than 1 litre. We can also use our knowledge of litres to work out questions like this. I've got a bucket here, and on it is written 5L because the capacity of this bucket is 5 litres. The most it can hold is 5 litres. Question is, which containers can we use to fill the bucket completely? We've got container A, container B, and container C. If you're feeling quite confident with this litres work, you could pause the video here and have a chat with your partner and see which answers it could be. Notice I said answers. There are more than one option. If you're not feeling too confident yet, that's okay. I'm going to explain on the next slide. There are a few options, as I said. The simplest option to fill a 5 litre bucket would be to use container B, because container B has 5 litres of water. The water line goes right up to the 5 litre line. 5 litres is equal to 5 litres. Or we could do a little bit of addition. We could use container C, which is 2 litres, plus another container C, which is 2 litres, plus another container A, which is 1 litre. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 litres plus 2 litres plus 1 litre equals 5 litres. Or we could get one of container A, and another, and another, and another, and another. to add up 1 litre plus 1 litre plus 1 litre plus 1 litre plus 1 litre equals 5 litres. Another way we could write that would be 5 multiplied by 1 litre equals 5 litres, if we wanted to use our 5 times tables. So it's time for your guided practice now. There are 2 questions here. One is asking you to put some different containers in order. Read the order carefully from least to most. And then you've got a true or false question. And as always, I've added in how do you know? Because I don't just want an answer of true, false. I want you to use your amazing maths knowledge and your amazing reasoning skills to explain to me why it's true or why it's false. Okay, some quick answers here for question 1, ordering the volumes of liquid from least to most. The answer was A, B, E, D, C. A is 1 litre, then 2 litres, then 4 litres, then 5 litres, then 6 litres. For true or false, the volume of liquid in this container is 10 litres. Well, I said that was true. I said I know because the water line reaches the 10 litre line. Quite a simple one. For your independent work, you've got 2 pages to do. Just like the other work we've been doing this week, you can just write your sentences on a piece of paper if you like. You can draw diagrams if that will help, but it might be easier just to write the sentences. So on the first page, you need to fill in the blanks using either more or less. And the second page is asking you to think a little bit more creatively. There's some more ordering, there's another true or false question, and then down the bottom there's a which is the odd one out question. There could be more than one option here. It is your choice. I just want to see how you can explain what you think is the odd one out. Remember, for independent work, I'd really like it if you can try at least 5 minutes independently and then ask for help if you're stuck. Or if you can do the whole thing independently, that would be amazing. But don't be afraid to ask for help if you are getting stuck after 5 minutes. The challenge is a little bit different today. I've actually put a separate video for this on our Year 2 playlist on YouTube because it took quite a long time and it would make this video really, really long if I included it. But I had done a little video to show you how you could make your own measuring jug if you don't have one of the ones that has lots and lots of lines. Like how I had lost mine at the start of the week, silly me. I could have made my own one for measuring more than 1 litre or less than 1 litre. So that's what you could do today if you fancy a challenge. Good luck!